Have you ever read Spider-Man 94? Wait, I I was alive in 94. What do you mean have I read Spider-Man 94? This comic book was released in November of 2020. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, here's Spider-Man 94. This comic book was released in December of 1994 and is actually based on the upcoming animated series. Wait, this is based on the animated series. Wait, what is happening here? Oh, I know what's happening. This is nostalgia at its finest. Unfortunately, it'll never take you back to 1994, but it's a really cool comic book. And I like the way they sort of designed the characters. Mary Jane's wearing that traditional yellow sweater in New York City with the purple turtleneck. And of course, I'm not a big fan of the way Peter's drawn. Doesn't really look like what he should be in the animated show, but that's fine. But I will say there's a few things I do like. I like the way they have New York driven, sort of that big bricks with all the lights. Everybody's got their lights on in New York City. Kane is here. You see Peter. He's sort of in that shirt that's never really liked. And in fact, when I was a kid, I tried to find that shirt. I even asked my mother. She was like, "Oh God, that's awful." But it is what it is. And it's a really cool comic book. I think it really does a good job of sort of hitting that nostalgia. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of nostalgia just because we can never go back to that. But it's nice to see sort of what Spider-Man was. And then, of course, here is the original Spider-Man 94. And it looks nothing like the animated series. In fact, it looks more like what we have seen already in the late 80s and 90s with Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man. But again, this is what I remember reading of Spider-Man 94. So kind of feels like I'm stuck somewhere in between time. But again, this is really cool stuff. And I'm actually very excited about the Spider-Man 94 series and sort of what they plan to do with it. But yeah, you can see here the excitement surrounding the upcoming animated TV show. We'll think you'll find this series another milestone in Spidey excitement. So, and this was actually written up there. You can see that by Stan Lee. But again, really cool stuff. I think here at the ending too, you see something from, let's see, who's the, Danny Kazam. Yeah, you kind of see that right there. But yeah, so anyways, yeah. Spider-Man 94. Man, 94 was a good year. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.